Welcome back. In the previous video, we revised a couple of things. The first one being how the structured API execution happens. The second one is architecture of Spark. As a part of that, we revised Spark driver and also executors. As a part of this video, we'll go ahead and understand the cluster manager. We understood Spark driver executors are there as a part of the Spark architecture. They do require the physical resources to run. They cannot exist in the void, right? They do need physical resources. That is where the cluster manager comes into picture. Cluster manager is responsible for maintaining the cluster of machines. When I say machines, we are talking about the systems here. It is also responsible for controlling these physical machines. It also allocates the resources to the executors and drivers. Cluster manager has a driver and worker abstractions. What does it mean? They do have a driver and worker. Isn't it a bit confusing? Yes, it is. When we say Spark, Spark also a driver and executors, right? Yes. In the same way, cluster manager also has driver and worker abstractions. But the core difference is driver and worker from cluster manager are tied to the physical machines. If you see in this diagram, we have a cluster driver node. These are the cluster worker nodes, which will handle the physical resources. When it comes to running a Spark application, we would be requesting the resources to the cluster manager. Depending on how our application is configured, the resource request would consist of, oh, please go ahead and allocate me a resource for running the executors. So over the period of Spark application execution, the cluster manager is responsible for managing the underlying machine on which our Spark application is running. Excellent. Spark supports currently around 4 important cluster managers. The first one being standalone cluster manager. The second one is Apache Mesos. The third one is our own Hadoop Yarn. And the recent addition to the list is Kubernetes. Wonderful. We understood about the cluster manager. Thank you.